My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 12th August 2021. The focus of our reflection: when the Lord is with us, we will be able to walk through the troubled waters, and we will be understanding and magnanimous toward others. How many times I should forgive the other? This is a question posed by Peter in the Gospel from Matthew 18, 12, 21, and the following. He is certainly extra generous as he pushes the upper limit to forgive from 3 times of the Jewish tradition to 7 times. Already it is a big stride, but Jesus makes it very clear: I do not say to you 7 times, but 70 times 7. This clearly implies that forgiveness has no limits. The questions such as how many times, how can I forgive such a huge wrong, how can I forgive such an undeserving fellow, how can I forgive when the other takes it for granted, etc., should not disturb us much. The issue is not about the quantity of the wrong or the worth of the recipient. The point is about the willingness and readiness, the extent of forgiving from the part of those who forgive. There are no conditions or limits or measures in forgiving. In fact, we need not claim extra credit for forgiving. This does not mean that we are taking away the merit of forgiving. We are certainly aware of how difficult and demanding it is to forgive someone who did us so much harm. It is also difficult, especially in a world which exalts a culture of unforgiveness and retaliation. However, there is no choice. We are bound to forgive. The reason is we ourselves receive so much forgiveness from God and from others. As the psalmist says in Psalm 130, if only you should mark our guilt, Lord, who will survive? But with you is found forgiveness. This does not mean that we do it out of force or compulsion or fear. Rather, our forgiving should proceed from a genuine sense of gratitude of receiving it unlimitedly, and therefore a deep sense of responsibility for giving it unlimitedly. Besides, our forgiving others also becomes a condition for experiencing God's own forgiveness, because only those who forgive others will be able to receive and enjoy the grace of God's forgiveness. There is beautiful imagery for forgiveness in the first reading from Joshua 3, 7 to 17. Forgiveness is like the ark of the covenant of the Lord. Those who bore it could pass on dry ground through the waters of Jordan. Similarly, those who bear the spirit of forgiveness will carry with them God's own presence and will be able to walk through difficult paths. And now, the direction and the directive for our life. The promise of God to Joshua continues forever, even now. I will be with you. He never fails to accompany us through his ark of the covenant, and that is his mercy to us and our mercy to others.